Good morning, saints and ain'ts. I hope everybody slept well. I am here bringing you a word from a dream that I had last night as usual. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming, and I am a dreamer. So I'm one of those people that God gives dreams almost every single night. I used to not get a lot of dreams. I would have like one dream that I remembered, and then maybe I wouldn't have another dream that I remembered for a little while. But now it's to the point where God is giving me a dream almost every single night. So this was a two-part dream. In the first part of the dream, I was with a woman, and we were at a place where I can't even tell where this place was. I had never seen this place before or been to a place like this. It almost looks like, there's really no way for me to even describe it. The ground was very lumpy, and there was like sand or something on it. It almost looks like if you ever watched those like people on those motocross bikes that go like jump the hills and stuff like that, and they go through this like race course or whatever. The ground almost looked like that, but not as tall. Like the hills and stuff weren't as tall, but the ground was very lumpy and sandy, and it was weird, right? And to my right, so me and her were walking around, we were looking at things. To my right, I could see a man that was like up on a pole. Do you know how if you were to see a scarecrow in like a field or whatever, it would be like up on a pole or up on something? Whatever those are called. I'm not sure what they're called exactly, but there was a man up on like one of those. And I remember thinking to myself, he kind of looks like It the Clown. The way that his head was shaped and his hair was and everything. And I thought, this man looks kind of weird. And then we walked a little bit further, and I looked back at him again, and he had turned into something evil, right? And I said, oh my God, we have to get out of here. Like, this thing is getting ready to come to life and probably, slaughter everybody in here. And so there was a slide. There was a huge slide that was like in front of him, and he started to talk scary. Like, you could tell, like, if you ever been to like a haunted house before, you know when something is like, if it starts talking scary, like welcome and blah, 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 like I'm getting ready to blah, 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 like whatever they're getting ready to do to you, to the people at the haunted house. And he started to say those words, and I said to myself, just by based off of what he's saying, I know he's getting ready to attack or do something scary. So I jumped down the slide really, really fast. And then the woman that was there with me followed after me. And then that was the end of that part of the dream. So we all know that when things happen to you, when it's in terms of enemies or in terms of spiritual warfare, when you are deeply rooted in God, yes, the enemy can chase you. He can come after you. He can even get close to you. But guess what? God is going to always make an escape for you. Psalms 124:7 says, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped, just like I did down that side. And then there's another verse, Luke 21:36. This one says, watch ye therefore, meaning pay attention, and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape the things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. That means we have to be vigilant out here, making sure we are watching for enemies. Now, that doesn't mean go about your life walking in fear, but that means stay vigilant, stay knowledgeable, use your wisdom, right? Your discernment. And so there are plenty of cases in the Bible where people have escaped. For instance, like the harlot Rahab, when she helped the two spies escape down that, she lowered them down the window with her, like, with something that she had, like a rope or something like that, her scarlet rope or something she had, and she helped them escape down to the back of her house so that they couldn't find them. When the angel helped Lot escape from where he was so that the city didn't destroy him and his wife, right? And then there is, where was he at? Sodom. I'm sorry, y'all. I was drawing a blank. I'm like, where the heck was he at? When Lot escaped Sodom, right? And then there's plenty of places. Angel helped Peter escape from prison. God will always make a way for you. They got in those situations, sure. Like Peter did go to prison, but God always found favor in them because they were walking upright and godly, and he helped them to escape. That's why it says, watch ye therefore and pray always that you may be accounted worthy. You want to be worthy to escape the things that shall come to pass, right? And then so the second part of this dream, there was me and the same woman. We were walking. It was nighttime, and we were walking down like the sidewalk of a street. And behind us, I could see there was a man like dressed in black. We knew that he was going to try something. He was following us, right? So I began to walk faster. I said, this man is going to try something. And me thinking that the woman was going to walk faster too. She did not. She was walking way slower than me. She was behind me. And the last time I looked at her, I could see that he was on her heels. Like he was about to get her. And I turned back to look one more time. And out of nowhere, y'all. Out of nowhere. Mind you, it was just me, her, and him on the street. Out of nowhere, there was a police officer right behind the man. Like about to arrest him and get him. Out of nowhere. And the police officer didn't say 2 words. He just looked at me. As if to say, I got your back. I just love when God intervenes like that. He didn't even say a word. This is not even his first time showing me dreams where he takes on the persona of somebody. Like obviously God isn't a woman or God isn't a police officer, but multiple times in my dreams he showed himself through another person. And so obviously he was that police officer in the dream, like the divine intervention, right? So the police officer in the dream, I'm going to read something for you guys. It signifies divine protection, God intervening through his servants and deliverance from spiritual or physical threats. It represents a shift from fear to peace, because at first we were running from this person, but then as soon as the police officer came there, I felt immediate peace because I knew help was there, right? With the officer acting as an instrument of God's order and justice to secure you from the wicked. God's angels and servants are acting on your behalf to protect you from harm, echoing biblical promises of safety. The officer represents spiritual authority and guidance that even through attacks from the enemy, God's power overcomes these forces. I feel like a lot of the times bad things happen to us. People attack us, people hurt us, people harm us, and then we immediately go, well, where's God in this? Why is God allowing this to happen to me? Where's God? Like, where are you, God? It's been so long. I've been under affliction. I've been going through heavy spiritual warfare. Where are you, God? Believe me, he's in the midst. Things have to be on the right timing for him. And also, sometimes when you go through things, it is so that you can learn. There's something that you need to learn in that lesson, or something that he's trying to teach you, especially if you're a person who is meant to be in the ministry. If you're a person who's going to be casting out demons, healing people, because we have the power to heal. We have holy hands. It's in the Bible. It's written. If you're going to be one of those people, he has to teach you some way. He can't just throw you in there, because then things are going to scare you. You're not going to be as strong as you need to be. He has to teach you. I'm not going to say the only way to learn, but for me as a person, the way that I learn the best is by somebody throwing me into the situation. Hands on. I'm a kinetic learner. I'm one of those people, I got to be in it to learn it. Like, that's just how I am. I'm not a person where some people are like verbal learners, where you can just tell them something and they got it. I'm not like that. I'm a kinetic learner. Like, I need hands-on. So sometimes when you go through trials and tribulations, it's literally just so God can teach you something. But he is always in the midst. Always. There was always an escape route for you. That slide that was just randomly there helped me get away from that scary thing. And then when the man was following us, here comes that police officer out of nowhere. When I say there was no one else on the street but me, her, and him, out of nowhere, there's this police officer literally up on his heels. How he was on our heels, the officer was on his heels. How the enemy is on your heels, believe me, God is on their heels. So this word in this message is for somebody. It doesn't matter what it looks like right now. God is always going to intervene. You need to be walking upright, stay vigilant, and like the Bible says, watch ye therefore and pray always. Be always praying, so you can be accounted worthy to escape the things that shall come to pass. Now that verse is specifically about like the last days, in terms of like when tribulation and stuff comes. Be vigilant, but that it applies to now too, though. You have to watch and pray now too, so that way God can come and save you and rescue you. He will always be that blanket for you, always be that covering, always be that police officer for you. Okay, but I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day.